Today is Wednesday. It's December 17th, 2025. Today on the show, we're going to talk to LOL, it's Leah. If you have questions during the interview, you can post them in the chat below. I do this show live twice a week, specifically so you can talk to your favorite artists. So if you have a question, don't hold back. I'm on every week, twice a week, doing this live from my little patio here in Austin, Texas. And if you are in a band or you just really love a band and you want to see if they can get on the show, feel free to send me a DM. I read every message I get, and if I think it's a good fit, I will have you on here, or I will have the band on here that you like. Anyway, we're going to get to the interview in just a second, but once again, this is live. So if you have questions, post them in the chat below. I'm going to invite Leah in the room, and we're going to get started in just a second, so hang on, guys. And by the way, I know it's the end of the year, but I am still trying to get artists on the show next week and even the week after. So I hopefully will not be taking a break for the holidays, but if the bands are all on break, then there's nothing I can do about it. But if that happens, you can go back and watch all my old interviews until the new year starts. We've got ones on my Instagram with Hit the Lights, Sugar Cult, Less Than Jake. We got Ballyhoo on there, Mercy Music, Lift the Curse, and a lot more. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And if you want to watch some really old footage of me, you can jump onto YouTube, look up DJ Rossstar. There's 3 S's in the name. And on there, you will find interviews that I've done with bands like Pierce the Veil. You'll find things on there like me and Katy Perry, me and Mike Dirnt from Green Day. That's on YouTube as well. So check that out. Still waiting for Leah to get into the chat. Not too sure where she's at. We were just talking a few minutes ago, so I know she is ready for the interview. So I'm rambling on. I'm going to go tell her to come in. And there she is, fashionably late. Leah, send me an invite to go live and we will get the party started. And once again, if you have questions, post them in the chat below. And what's up, Tyler Ariel? What's up, Jet Fuel Artistry? Let's get to the interview. And here we go. Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello. Welcome.
You can't say I'm fashionably late when I was 1 minute late.
Hey, well, you look like you're fashionable. You got the cool Vans beanie on.
Yeah, signature beanie.
Can't see what hoodie you're wearing. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's Shafe. It's one of my favorite brands that I wear probably every single day, honestly.
Now remember,
Pretty cool.
everything unfortunately is mirrored when you do this. So it's whatever you said, it's like backwards. So how do you spell that if people want to check it out?
Yeah, SCHAF. There's an accent over one of the letters, but Shafe Apparel.
Go for it. Is that the only thing you wear from them, or do you have like a whole wardrobe of clothes they sent you?
They sent me an entire wardrobe of clothes. Last year, Lindsay Schaefer is her name. She came to my show in Atlanta and dropped off a big box of their apparel. And ever since then, I've been a very, very firm supporter of their brand and their messaging. So, yeah, very grateful for that. So I have a lot of different outfits, and I wear them on stage and everything.
That's awesome. Hopefully I can get back into that also. You know, I did this a long time, and then I took a break. I used to have like Glamour Kills and even Macbeth and Atticus. They would send me stuff to wear. So maybe I should tell them all I'm back and get some free clothes also. Why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to rep brands. I mean, especially when they're so involved in the scene.
Oh, yeah. So let's chat. I'm happy you're here. Your name is all one word. Am I supposed to say it like super fast, like LOL, it's Leah? Or do you actually say it slowly when you're doing like your own interviews?
Honestly, I think I accidentally probably say it fast because I'm so used to just like rolling it off my tongue. But
Exactly.
you can say it as fast or as slow as you'd like.
So I was checking out all your stuff on Apple. It looks like the first thing on there was from 2023. So I want to know what you were doing in life before you put out that first track.
Ooh, on Apple is it 2023? I've been releasing since 2015.
Ooh,
So
see, I think the single on there, I got to go back and look. Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. What was the question? I got so confused by Apple.
I just wanted to know what year you started and what you were doing like before you got started with this.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was let's 10 years ago at this point. Yeah, I released my first song on streaming platforms that is still up in 2016, but I was writing and recording in 2015 for an album that I had since removed because it wasn't my best work.
Oh no.
Um, but I still say I started in 2015 because I think I was writing my first song, Stay Right, at that time. That one is it's been quite a journey since then. Let me tell you, the genre has changed twice, I want to say, since that point. Um, but I'm very happy where I've wound up now, and the pop punk music that I'm making since even before that time, like when I was growing up in, I don't know, like 2005 to 2012, 13 is like my
Yeah.
favorite genre of like pop punk ever. And I think a lot of people who do music or do this genre are inspired by like 90s pop punk and early 2000s pop punk. But I kind of came in like middle school in the mid 2000s and 2010s, in high school with that, the more poppier version of pop punk. So I'm a little late to the game, but I'm very grateful for it because it has inspired me to this day to make the stuff that I'm making now.
I love that, and I love that pop punk has continued on. I started out, I'm older than you, I guess 96, 97, 98. So I first got into like MXPX and Goldfinger, and then later on the Ataris. And then I feel like Newfound Glory, I got into them in 1999, and I feel like they kind of started the next wave of pop punk and all the bands
Yeah.
that came after that. And at the same time as them, you had Good Charlotte, and they were doing their thing. And then
Hmm.
and then Simple Plan came out and Phoenix TX, and that just kept going and going. And here we are. So I think it's great because sometimes the genre just disappears for like 10, 15 years, but I feel like this really hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that. I couldn't agree more. I definitely came in on the Good Charlotte Simple Plan era. I think that's where like I was like, "Oh, I really like how this sounds." I never knew music could get so like emotional but like still really hard hitting, you know? So,
Yeah.
I agree. I'm glad it's still here and it's been, changing and morphing into all the new stuff ever since.
Well, I definitely hear some Simple Plan influence in your music, so
Yeah,
sure
that's
that wouldn't be a
awesome.
surprise to hear that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've heard that before, which is so interesting. Like I never thought that, but it's an amazing compliment. So I'm glad that people can distinguish that and hear Simple Plan in the stuff that I write.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's that backdrop behind you? I'm really fascinated by the light changing color.
It's really just nano leaf lights. And I made it this shape.
Wow.
I've had these for like so long, and I've moved with them. I think like 4 times I've moved buildings with these. So every time I get to a new place, I reshape them. So I guess this is like the bird shape, or maybe like I don't know. It kind of looks like origami. It kind of looks like
Yeah, yeah.
something. I don't know, but it's fun. They can be any color I want. Right now, I have them on an endless rainbow loop, and I have not changed it in a while. But sometimes they're blue and green.
I love it. Do you do other types of art besides writing music? Like, do you paint? Do you draw? Do you write poetry? Or is it really just music and making the bird behind you?
Ooh, I mean, I it's mostly just music, but I'm a very creative person. So I found myself like dabbling in other mediums of art. Not very good at it, but I have done like I've drawn, I've danced, I've acted, I yeah, I've done quite a lot of different things in the creative realm, and I'm always open to doing stuff, but I think I'm the best at music.
What did you act in? Like high school theater or just like a small film?
No, yeah, it was like middle school and high school. Like I was acting for quite a long time and like, throughout school. So several years. I've done a lot of music videos. I've
Yeah.
acted in music videos. So I would say like if given any opportunity to be in like a film or a commercial or a music video, I would take it. I don't think I'm like amazing, but a lot of times I'm like given roles where I have to just like be myself and then I could just like vibe out and hang out, and that's
Yeah.
usually good enough. So I guess I still have some acting experience recently.
I'll send you a video after. I was in the Reggie and the Full Effect music video like 10 years ago. And
Oh my
so
gosh.
in my, maybe longer than 10 years ago. And in my brain, the whole day, I thought I was like the best actor, and it just looks so bad. Watching back is like kind of cringe now, but at the time, I thought it was super cool to be in like a real music video. But I'm definitely not going to be an actor anytime soon.
Yeah,
That's what's
I
fun.
think it's just the fun that you've had is like the most important part, I feel. So that's good that you were like living in the moment. I bet it was like a blast.
Oh yeah. At least you have experience for when you make your own videos now. You know how to be. It's not like you're gonna be all awkward with the cameras on you. So that's good.
Exactly. No, I love cameras on me. I've been in a lot of YouTube videos too. Like again, it's usually just being myself, but I feel like I'm very comfortable on camera. So that's good.
That is good, and hopefully live too. Do you feel fine when you're in front of a crowd without the cameras on you?
Oh yeah, I would say even better. I mean, when there's cameras on me, I know they're on me, so you kind of get something a little bit more like not perfect, but like curated. But
Yeah.
when it's just like live and in the moment, like no, that's all unfiltered. You get what you get. It's usually a great time, but yeah.
That's why I've been doing this live for so many years because I just like that anything could happen. And I've had people that are great at it, like you, and some people are kind of quiet, makes for an awkward interview. But anything can happen, and that's the fun
That's
of it.
okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, so we're live. If you have questions, you can post them in the chat below. We want to hear from you, of course. So, what was the first show you played? I know you said you were doing music back in 2016. Did you perform then as well?
Oh my gosh. The first show I played. Yeah, I did. So I did perform then. Yeah, I've been playing live shows for probably, oh my goodness, yeah, like 15 years. The first like legit live performance I think I was ever in was either in high school. I did like again, these are all like school oriented things, but still really cool experiences.
Counts.
I did like the Wall Street tree lighting in New York City with like Billy Ray Cyrus and Aaron Carter, rest in peace, and Twisted Sister. So that was like
Wow.
weird. And then I was on stage with Foreigner in high school as well. So I would say like those are like my first real, I don't know, like actual real performance opportunities. Otherwise, most of the time I was just playing like local gigs, open mics and stuff. And then in college, I was in an a cappella group. And we did some pretty big things in that group at that time. And that was like 2014 to 2018. So yeah.
Wow. Where'd those guys go? What do they do? What are they up to? The other acapella members.
Honestly, they're all like doing their own thing. Some of them still do music.
Yeah.
Most of them just like kind of like living their lives and just connect with acapella once they come back to the reunions and the concerts and stuff. I will say my school has turned out a lot of really cool talent though in the acapella community that are doing really well nowadays and are very successful. So it's cool to be amongst those people and get to share like the massive stage of like the music industry with a couple of those individuals.
Is this like a school for entertainment, a school for music, or just a regular high school?
This was in college, the a cappella
Oh,
group, but no, I all of my schooling that I went to except for like 1 year of college that I transferred out has been just like regular school, nothing
wow. So
special. I just
you just
found
found
myself.
you found your people. Exactly.
Exactly.
Wow. So did you always go under the same name, or did you just use like your full name back then?
So I was actually for the earlier years, I was just my first name. And honestly, like it wasn't as easy to get on like streaming platforms. So that wasn't like super weird. But then when I decided to like pursue music professionally, I went under Leah with spaces, which is L space E space A.
Okay.
And the SEO was awful and it was so hard to Google myself and to find my songs. It looked really cool, but it just like didn't make me identifiable for like
Yeah.
random people that might come across me. So I wound up changing it to LOL It's Leah, which was actually my first like online username from when social media like started. So LOL It's Leah like was born in 2009, which is like the perfect time for like all the neon pop punk stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I just switched it over, I think like 2 years ago. Maybe not even 2 years yet. No, it was like 2 years. Ever since then, though, way easier. I mean, sometimes people don't know how to pronounce my name, but like, I rather just like tell them like how you could pronounce it if you wanted to, rather than like them not ever being able to Google it or search it up or anything.
What's like the strangest pronunciation you've heard so far?
Ooh, I hear, well, like robots like on streaming platforms usually do like lolitslea,
Okay.
and that's quite interesting. I don't mind lolitslea. Like I don't mind if like people say lol or
Yeah, I
like
never said that, but people do. Yeah.
yeah. And one time in an interview as well, I got laugh out loud it's Leah, and I was like, that is
That's
not
actually pretty good.
wrong.
That's actually a pretty good one, also.
Yeah, so none of them have been like super bad. Most of the time, people pronounce my name because it's only three letters. It's just Leah. So like they pronounce that wrong, like Lee or Leia and whatnot. But yeah, again, that I've been dealing with that my whole life.
That's why I asked you ahead of time just to make sure I knew how to pronounce your name because my wife, I said, is the same name as you for her middle name.
Yeah, which is awesome. No, I really appreciate that. Not everyone asks, and I usually remember to tell them, but sometimes I don't.
So I'll tell you. So my wife's name is Jen. Her middle name is Leia, but she liked that name so much more that from she said age like 10 to 18, she went under the name Leia. That's what she told people her name was.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So even her family members sometimes still call her that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love when people like have the same spelling. It's really like most of the time it's there's an H on the end, so it's really unique when there's not.
I get what you mean though, in terms of searching. Sometimes I'll listen to like the 70s rock station and you see bands like Alabama and the band. And back then there was no internet, but now if you're trying to look that stuff up, you probably won't find them unless you put like rock music next to it or band music. So,
That's like
but,
Arizona. Like
yeah, there's so
I
many of them.
love them, but like, and they had the spaces too, but they like blew up. So I guess like, anyone could do it. Like you could make your name whatever. I just think in how like cutthroat this industry is and like to make it to like a certain point and succeed, like you gotta stand out in any way you can. So
Shout out to Rematch, by the way. Rematcher in the chat. They were on here a couple weeks ago.
yes.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
So let's talk about the things you have coming up. I saw you were posting stuff all the way into the middle of next year. I like that you're promoting early. You're getting started.
Yeah, honestly, if I get a flyer or if I get an opportunity and people are talking about it, I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta start promoting this stuff.
Do you know
But
by
I'm
heart right now?
excited.
Do you know
What'd
by
you say?
heart right now all the things coming up, or do you have to like look at the dates again and everything?
Um, a lot of stuff is still being like finished, like planned out, so I do have to look back. But for the most part, I know. I mean, I booked the tour I have coming up in January at the end of January, so I don't necessarily know the exact order sometimes when people are asking me, but I have like the flyer like in my on my phone, right, accessible. So I know all those dates, but yeah, things had just been like popping up like crazy in the last like couple weeks, and it's funny because like I never want to stop what I'm doing, but I was like, all right, December's like gonna be the month where I'm gonna chill out,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna not think too much about music. I'm just gonna focus on this tour that I have in January and like making content and whatever, pushing stuff out for that. But I've been getting like all these emails and messages being like, "Oh, here's a show," and it's like halfway through the year, and I'm like, "Wait a second, like I need to like think about this. Hold on." But I'm so grateful for that, and it's like the coolest thing ever to be asked to play shows. So no complaints at all. But there's a lot coming up next year, and I don't know if I'm ready for it just yet.
What was the thing you just posted? I think it's in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's good. It's like a first, it's called Germ Fest. Jeremy, who does shows at Zen West, I think it's his birthday. I might be wrong. I think it's his birthday, but he put this like festival on, and my friends in Color Me Crazy and Jeremy like had reached out and asked if I'd be a part of that, but they had already had the lineup, so I guess I was the last artist confirmed. But first of all, I love Zen West, the venue. The sound and the lights and is always amazing. I love a lot of the bands on that bill. It's so fun to play with a lot of friends and not just like, I mean, it's awesome to play with like one or two bands, but when there's like 10, it's like, come
Yeah.
on, that's just like a big party. And like, I love going to Baltimore. I've never ever played a bad show in Baltimore. I think that like, if I had to pick a place in the US that showed up so strongly for me and my music, it would be Baltimore. So, any opportunity I get to go there, I'm 100% there.
And it's not that bad of a drive if you're starting out in New Jersey.
No, not at all. I think we actually might have a couple other shows around that, so stay tuned for May. I think May's going to be a pretty busy month, but yeah, it'll be they're all regional from what I know. So yeah, I don't mind driving there. It's chill.
January is going to be cold up by you, and you're just doing all East Coast shows in January, so you need more of those hoodies from the company.
I know. I honestly, Maine, I'm a little nervous about. I am hoping we don't get snowed out. I was talking to my friend in Broadwing, and he was like, "No, the road is usually pretty clear from like Jersey to Maine." But I'm like, you never know what the weather's going to be like at the end of January. So fingers crossed that we're going to have a great run and there's not going to be any snow issues.
Who's traveling with you? Do you have the same band now every time you play?
Not super consistently, but I've been playing with quite a few of the same people throughout the past year. So my guitarist slash bassist Dave, he's been playing with me since I've been touring, which is only last October. But he plays a lot of shows with me. And then Hera, she's now on guitar. She's been playing a handful of shows with me as well. And then Xander, I'm either playing with like Xander or D. They've been really awesome drummers, and I love working with both of them. If one can play a show and the other can't, we make it work. But I've been really happy with the couple of like miscellaneously scrambled lineups that I've gotten to play with in my own band lately. So I'm
Makes it
excited to
fun.
see like what that looks
Yeah,
like this year.
makes it fun for you.
Yeah, absolutely. A little stressful, but I'm really happy it's been like more solidified as the year goes on. I've been really enjoying playing with the group that I'm playing with right now.
Now, do you have an image for the whole band? Like, I mean, you're rocking the neon. Do they have to look a certain way, or does it not matter when they're up there with you?
You know what? I honestly forget to say something. I remember like when I was playing in LA with my band, I love those guys. They're so talented and they're doing amazing things right now. But that was in LA and I used to live there for a while. But they were always asking me like, what should we wear today? And I'm like, oh, I guess I should like maybe like direct that a little bit. And I always forget. I first of all, I mean, I don't really care what you wear. I honestly like it's totally up to the person who's playing. But I guess if I'm thinking of like branding an image, I would like throw in some neon colors. But I feel like they always wear all black, and then like my hair just pops. I always forget. I always forget to ask.
If they watch this now or they watch the replay, you could dye your hair neon colors, but it's not required. But you could.
It would be cool if
Okay.
one person had like blue hair and the other person had green hair, and then I was like blue and green.
I've only tried blonde one time and it looked terrible. It looked kind of more like an orange color. Have you done all the colors at this point? You've done pink, you've done purple, everything?
Honestly, yes, but none of them stuck as well as the blue and green did. I
Yeah.
think I would love to try other colors, but I don't think I see that being in my future anytime soon just because of how identifiable I am with the blue and green.
Xander's
Wait,
dyeing his
Xander.
hair as we speak. What color, dude? What color are you gonna dye your hair?
Yeah, I like don't know if I believe you, but I'm also like really curious if this is a thing.
Where
Ah,
does
that would be so cool.
where
I
does
mean,
Xander is Xander also in New Jersey, or do these guys they all have to fly in to meet you at the first show?
oh no, Xander and Dave, and actually Xander, Dave, and Hera, who are coming on the run in January, they're all in New York, so they're
Okay.
very close. Xander and Dave are on Long Island, and Hera's in the city, so it's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's a quick drive, and I'm always in New York City, so they're all pretty central to one another.
Yes, I started on Long Island and now I'm over here in Austin, Texas.
Yes, that's right, Texas. Oh,
Wonder if Long Island still has like a good scene. You would know more than I would. I mean, back in the day, I was there in the 90s. We had a really big like ska scene. That was a huge deal at that time. We had venues where it was like just for ska bands to play.
yeah, I heard that the scene is pretty great. I've only played Long Island one other time actually, and I mean, it was the bands that were playing where they were significantly younger than me, but their like parents showed up and everyone was like so hype and they were so
Awesome.
awesome. I was like, I gotta come back here. But Xander and Dave would know best. They're from there and they like grew up with that scene. So I'm sure it was great. It's been great. I don't know too much about it now, but I think the show's gonna be really awesome that we're playing there in January. Also, I don't believe you.
I'm gonna
I
shave my head and dye it blue and put green stars.
like I no, I don't think that's real.
I mean, if you don't have like another job to go to, or if they don't care, then I guess you can do whatever you want, right?
I don't think that's happening.
I would say,
I'm gonna
I,
be floored.
I would say, I imagine if you don't only do music and you have a job, they may not like the hair color, but they may not care. It doesn't matter.
I always say if I ever have a job that would not allow me to creatively express myself, I would not be there. So I hope that no one else watching this is in that position. But sometimes I guess there is. There are, you know.
New music. I'm sure you're working on it, of course. I know you didn't put out too many things this year. Does that mean you're going to dump it all on us in 2026?
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, I've been like saying this in a lot of different places. I have 12 songs that are coming out next year.
Awesome.
Which is so fun, and I love them so much, and I'm really excited for everyone to hear it because the response to Nothing Lasts Forever has been really, really positive and amazing. And I'm just like, I love that album, and I feel like I that is an album that I will can confidently say I will always love. But I'm like, well, just wait till you hear the next stuff because I think it's like 10 times better, and that's exciting.
Did you have the song "Die"? Was that left over, or that was just a newer song that you wrote later on?
That was actually so I had gone out to LA to visit all my friends and actually do some writing sessions out there for a couple songs. And because I hadn't released anything this year, and I was working with Heather and Matthew, who are good friends of mine in LA, they were like asking when this song was going to come out, and I was like, oh, I'm working on this album, but I don't want to push this off like a year. It's such a good song. I want to see something with it. And then my manager Flynn was like, why don't you make it a Halloween release, because it's kind of fitting, and like then you'll have something you can promote this year. And I was like, all right guys, I'm sorry I lied to you. We're going to completely pivot and put this song out in the next couple of weeks, so everybody get ready because everything's going to be crazy, and we're
Oh
going
yeah.
to throw this out there. So in like literally the span of maybe 2 months, we had it produced, recorded. I flew out to LA to go to When We Were Young with Heather and like make content for it and promote it. And
Awesome.
then we released the song, and then Heather came to New Jersey. So it was like an insane quick promo for like the one song I released this year.
I like that you did it together, though. It wasn't just like in two separate studios. That's nice.
Yeah, well, we did record it separately, but I had Tony, who's doing my next album. He switched, pivoted from the album real fast, and he got that one finished up. And we already had it. Like Matthew had, started the production on it, and Heather and I had already written the lyrics because we were doing that. We were writing it in LA together.
Awesome.
So
That
yeah,
counts. You're together. It counts.
yeah, exactly.
Are we gonna get any more features with the 12 songs, or you haven't worked it out yet?
Yes, you are. I can't say much because I'm working on this, I don't know. I don't know if I can actually like describe it properly, but there will be a lot of features in the future.
Nice.
Yeah, on the album, and then some.
Wow. And some as well. So if
Yes.
they do go see you though, right now, you're not gonna play any of those tracks yet. But they're still gonna get all the ones they already know and love. So that's good.
Well, we've been playing two of them this whole year.
Oh, you're already revealing this. Wow.
Yeah, it was
Look at
more
you.
of a test to like see how people would react to the first couple of songs. So when we were on tour with Diva Bleach in June, I introduced Burnout Burnout and Roller Coaster Tycoon to the world of whoever came to see the shows. And then next year there'll definitely be more that are going to be added as, the songs come out.
Awesome. How was the response, by the way? Better than you thought?
Great. Yeah, honestly, so Roller Coaster Tycoon is like my anthem, and I love that song. It's like one of my favorite songs I think I've ever written. I wrote it with some friends in Nashville, and it does well because it's a very interactive song. So we bring out the beach balls, everyone jumping in the middle of it. There's a breakdown. It's a
Love it.
really fun song, but Burnout actually got a better response after each show where people were coming up to me. I think I recently opened for Emblem 3 and someone was in the front of the stage and I was like cleaning up, but they were like, when is that song coming out? What is it called? I need you to tell me. And I was like, oh no, like people want this now. I need to get it out. So it'll be the first track off the next set of music, that I'll release. But it's really cool to hear people come up after shows and be like, what is that song? I want to
Yeah.
listen to it right now.
Are they on YouTube? Did people film them and put them up there or not yet?
Ooh, yes, there is one. Maybe there's more than one, but I can recall one show in Pittsburgh in June that is the full show.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm gonna go
I
watch
guess
that
it
after
is
this.
out there.
I'm gonna go check that out right now. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool video. I like it. We listened to it right after the show, and I saw it got posted. So I recommend checking it out. Of
Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I know you were a little bit sick, so I appreciate that you didn't reschedule or anything like that. It was really nice of you.
course, I
Hope
wanted
I
to
didn't
be
like
here.
hope I didn't make you like sicker from talking for 30 minutes.
No, I'm trying to I filmed some videos before this, so I warmed my voice up. I have been holding back a couple sniffles and coughs, but I have my water here. I'm
That's
okay.
impressive. For 30 minutes you didn't cough or sniffle. Very good.
I didn't want to do it on camera.
Hey, I appreciate it. Anything else you want to tell people at home before we go today?
Ooh, well, check out the Hoodies and Heartbreaks double weekender in January.
Oh yeah.
Because it'd be awesome if that's in anyone's area to come out and see the show. But keep your eyes out for new music and more shows all over in 2026.
Hopefully I'll see you here in Texas in 2026.
We'll see. I'm trying to plan something.
Just get
We're
in the car.
scheming.
Just get in the car and go left and then go down, and you'll land here.
Exactly. Easy drive.
Hey, have a good night. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You too.
Yes.
Bye.
Keep in touch. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next week.